Yeah, you know who it is, the Kid Cortez, Brooklyn, Murder Ad, Mother Gang. We editing all that out now. Shouts out to Rap Grid, y'all know what it is for all the exclusives on Battle Rap, on the gossip in Battle Rap, what your girls doing when you battle rap. Make sure you tune in right now, rapgrid.com.
Flip with mine, I was to the bank with it. Fresh out the pot to tell me what you think it is.
Not too long ago, you had a battle with an up and coming. Not too long ago, you battling Solomon would have been someone battling. It would have been somewhat of an up and coming battle for you because he was considered one of the gods of it.
Yeah.
Now you're in that place, and you had a battle with Gjonaj. And now I'm not gonna lie, when the battle first was arranged, I didn't really know much about Gjonaj, and everybody was hyping him up and this and that. And I went and watched some battles.
He was the next guy.
Yeah, they were saying he was the next guy. They were saying he was the next you.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
And I was the old guy, and he's gonna take my spot. And I can't spit punchlines like him, and he's so amazing. And
so then the battle happens, and it seems to be consensus that you mopped the floor with him.
Absolute floor mopping. It was like the worst anyone's got it, probably. Like, he was humiliated. He couldn't even stay in the venue, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so bad looking at him. Like, I tried to talk to him, like, it's okay, bro. Like, you're still, like, my favorite battler, bro. And he's like, really, bro? But they weren't listening to me, man. And like, I was giving him props. And this guy's such a piece of shit. Like, he was, like, dissing me while I was giving him props. Like, I was telling him, like, oh yeah, that one line you had about Lazarus or whatever the fuck he said. I was like, Vladimir or something, like the king that you had. I was like, that was a good line, that closer. He's like, I know, they slept on that and then reacted to your stuff. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, I'm over here trying to make you feel good. I was like, all right, man, have a fucking good one. You know what I mean? Like, and he just fucking bailed out with his fucking family members and shit, and they fucking left, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't even stay in the venue. They didn't even get interviewed. They didn't hang out with no fans. It was just the most embarrassing shit ever. And like, it continued to be this way because he just runs his mouth on the internet and he's just a stupid kid. I actually am so glad I sunned that kid, like, and I want him for the rest of his life to remember that he's like he's like my fucking underneath my ball sack, you know what I mean? And like, I don't like doing this to people. Like, even I was telling my people, like, I don't want to even smash Solomon like that. I don't want to see him quit forever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Gjonaj, fuck that kid. Like, he's really a stupid kid, like, that doesn't get it, goes on the internet, runs his
So what
mouth
else was
about
he doing
everybody.
on the internet? Because it couldn't be
He's
just
talking all types of crazy shit that's gonna get him hurt, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, shit that he's not about, shit that he's not down with, shit that people are not gonna be fucking down to help him out with. Like, he's just running his mouth about gangbanging shit and shit that he has nothing to do with, talking about certain people, you know what I mean? Running his mouth, talking about certain people getting smoked and shit, and like, gay ass kid on the internet just forming, you know what I mean?
How did it turn into that? What made him?
I think he's just mad. He just didn't learn to accept it as a lesson. I told him after this, I was down to be cool with him. Just accept this as a lesson, bro, and just move on and have respect. He doesn't, and he's still talking shit, and that's why he's gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not physically, but he's gonna keep getting embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep embarrassing him. Anytime he pops up, I'm gonna embarrass him. If I see him today, I'm gonna embarrass him. If I see him at the venue, I'm gonna embarrass him. Like, it's just what it is, because he just doesn't know how to, you know,
accept the loss.
He just doesn't know how to show respect to another man. The dude's like been raised by a fucking gay ass family or something. Like, he doesn't have real like morals, like man morals. Like, he's a bitch. He's a real pussy, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is, man.
But
like,
what made the transition? Because it seemed like just friendly competition, and now all of a sudden he's talking
it's the
about somebody
disrespect.
getting smoked.
Like, he didn't have respect for me. Like, he wouldn't accept it. Like, he got his ass beat, and instead of just accepting it and having respect for me and just being like, whatever, I guess the crowd was sleeping on me, but you did your thing. Like, he was just hating, and he continues to hate online and keeps on telling people I'm trash and he beat me 2-1, and he's a delusional fucking weirdo, bro.
Do you find that often? Like, people
No, he's the only weirdo that does that, bro.
But would you say, like, no matter how many times you go into a place and beat everybody and all that type of stuff, it's still hard for you to gain the respect that you deserve?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it just goes with, like, I don't know, I think a lot of it has to do with, like, my race, bro. And, like, you know, a lot of people might think I'm pulling a race card, but I just feel like I'm Arab, and, like, people just don't want to relate to me, bro. Like, it's just, they're just like, oh, it's the fucking Arab kid. That's why Mook is popular. Because if I was African American, trust me, I would have smoked Mook a long time ago, but I can't because I'm an Arab. Or I'm white. Fucking weirdos.
People do often confuse. Well, let me ask you this though. So, does it matter at the end of the day to you? Like if you never
they
get
give
that
me respect
battle,
or not?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the reason why we did this was respect, and it's just not really just the respect. It's just to be appreciated for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna put in work to do some amazing shit, then you have a bunch of low IQ people like fucking putting you down, idiots that don't even know anything. It's just kind of annoying. You know what I mean? It's like that little meme that they show our generation today. They show the guy with the big brain on the floor, and they're laughing at him. The guys with the little noodle brains, they're like ha ha ha, but you can tell who has the bigger brain. It's the one that's just like being dissed all the time. It's kind of like that now, bro. If you're a smart guy, you're looked down upon. If you do use big words, it's like not cool. Like since fucking when, bro? See, the battle scene is just the priorities of it are wrong, and just what people think is cool, like even the smack style and just the East Coast, and they just think that they have to shoot people all the time, and that's just not what it's about, bro. You know what I mean? And it's not a race thing, because No Can Do is one of the most incredible fucking rappers ever. You know what I mean? So it's not, he's one of the best battlers ever. So it's not a race thing, it's just what they choose to fucking think that's dope. Like yeah, if you're not smoking people in every battle or using bars about how you're gonna crack someone's head open, then that shit ain't nice to them, bro. Yeah. And it becomes not nice at all. It's not like they show respect and they're like, oh, that's cool for what it is, but we don't fuck with it. It's like, nah, that shit is trash. Oh, we can't deal with that because it's just not what we do. You can't think like that. You know, the advancing of hip hop and it is all about lyricism. Like Nas, Kweli, those are real rappers. But people want to look up to, you know, Soulja Boy, Waka Flockas and shit like that. And I have nothing against them. They're great musicians. I'm just saying when it comes to this rap stuff, like, you know, the battle scene is the same. It don't have its priority right and what they think, what they consider real top-notch lyricism, bro.
I'm telling you one thing I noticed, right? So you had like the scribble era and all that type of shit, and that was whatever. And then people considered that the white side or the nerd rap or whatever. Like
because
that.
It was too nerdy, the scribble era. Like that's why
I thought it was
never
nerdy
a part
too.
of it.
I would thought it was nerdy too.
Yeah, and that's why I was never a part of it. Like I never wanted to go to scribble. Like it was just a bunch of like crazy ass like white kids that are just like dissing
Skipping
everybody.
across the
Yeah,
stage
like
and
if a black dude went up on stage, they would just like all be like, "Whoa, dude!" Like Scribble Jam was weird like that.
They was on a lower tier. Then you
I was doing street shit at the time, Scribble Jam, so I would have never fit in. Like they would have just booed me off the stage at the time. I hadn't made my multi-syllabic transition because I didn't start that. Look, I was a street rapper, and then I started seeing the Saurus and Illmac. You know what I mean? And my shit changed. They influenced me, bro. They influenced me to want to do that style. They're the reason why my style is the way it is today. Illmac and Thesaurus are, you know what I mean? Like those are the cats that, like, you know what I mean? I realized what real battling was when I heard them, because my favorites were Lux and Mook before them. You know what I mean? Lux and Mook were the shit, and then Thesaurus and Illmac came around. I was like, what the fuck? This is a whole nother dimension.
It's something to addressing someone personally.
It's just so much other dimensions to it than, oh, put your face in a shell, treat him like a turtle, put his face in the shell. Like these fools were coming up with crazy stuff at the time on the spot, bro. Like, and the shit that they were doing back then, like, it's still, to me, like, you know, they don't get no respect.
It's funny how they're like at the center of a lot of people that's going through the same type of thing.
Who, me?
Would you say that Awkward's, because when Awkward's battled Arsenal, it seemed like he was speaking on behalf of everybody from Scribble Jam that wanted to say, you New York black rappers. You know what I mean? I feel like there was like a backlash where fans and such was like,
I think that started the riff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I mean, you know, that battle should have went a different way. If Awkward's and... But Arsenal did the same thing. You gotta understand, you can't blame Awkwards. Arsenal was such an ignorant human in that battle. He was saying, crikey, mate, you're from Australia, to a white guy from California. Like he was extremely like he was doing the ignorant shit. So it was both from both sides.
But see, that's what makes it, and that's the thing that people don't understand. Like, and it draws my point full circle. The thing that made that battle so special at the time was because it seemed like two worlds collided, and they played it up like that in the battle. So the same thing with you, when you're on the video and you're saying all the stuff you're saying, and you're getting hype and you're putting all that emphasis on it. I think people judge you a certain way. They see you as the bad guy, so they want to be like, oh, the bad guy.
I tell people 100 times, man, I'm a good guy. I'm not a bad guy.
I think you are.
Stop looking at me as a bad guy. I'm not. When you look at we are like movie actors, bro. When you go into a battle and what we do, none of the stuff they say to each other is real. I don't care how many rappers say, yo, I keep it real. No, you don't. When you go in there, you're imagining what you're gonna do.
It's realistic.
You're an actor, so why don't you look at, like, you know, why don't you look at Sweeney Todd when you see Johnny Depp on the street and be like, you're a murderer, bro. You slice people's necks open.
Yeah.
This is what we do. You just gotta come talk to us in person, because if in person we talking like that, then maybe that's how this motherfucker is. You know what I mean? But you know, it's battle rap. Like,
It's an art to it. People
and I hope people understand after this one, Solomon, a lot of people's feelings gonna be hurt. Just know, hey man, when you step to me, this is what you gonna get. Too bad his background happened to be what it is. That is what it is. Mook is not even fucking half of a rapper, Solomon is, you know what I mean? He's just not, like, they could do whatever they want. Like, real rappers, battlers will never consider Mook a battler.
It was the best disaster I've ever seen, you know what I mean? It's to stand in front of those bars, it's tough.